Do you know procrastination chronically affects 2 in 5 men, and we're just prone to not finish what we started? What if I can tell you that you can finish this project in time, and how would that make you feel? And what if there's an easy fix to this problem? Let's stay tuned and find out. Alright, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ted Chen, based here in New Zealand. And my goal is to help people increase their productivity and to navigate their life in the 21st century. If any of that interests you, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel, and it really goes a long way in terms of supporting this page and to make sure you never miss out. Alright, without further ado, let's talk about complete what you have started. Tip number 1, be selective. You know, the easiest way to complete a project is just don't start the second one. Because the more project you have, the more divided your attention will be. So focusing on the one thing that you have already got on your plate and stay around longer. The chances are, if you spend much more time on one project, you're gonna make some good progress. You may ask, I've got so many good ideas. It just keep popping out of my head. If that's the case, you got some good news, because I've got some tips. I know how it's like. We got excited about new ideas, starting new things, but just let it settle down a bit and take a moment to look what you have already got on your plate. Take a good moment to evaluate what's the idea you've got, and if it's important, you can note it down and deal with it later. Or if it's just a pure distraction, then you may just better off cross it off your mind straight away. Be clear for the one project that you like to take on, and really think about the project scope, and try to limit yourself the things, the tools that and the time, so give you a boundary that you can work around, so you don't distract yourself and wandering off the projects. And by that, you save yourself energy, and it's more likely that you will complete the project and with the more clarity in mind. Don't underestimate how long it takes if you're just starting out. But at the end of the day, we still need a deadline to limit the boundary we just talked about, so you don't miss out or drag these things for too long, so you never complete. Alright? For those people that have already started but just during the process, and the two most common thing I've seen that's holding people back is their fear and the sensation seeking when they get bored. So let's dive into these two areas to see what we can do. Now, let's say we started a project. How do you actually enable yourself just coming back to the project and keep track of the progress when things becomes a bit mundane and life goes on, and you among all these other things, your other works and your chores, if you have kids, then you spend time with them. There's many things that can jump in. And how do you stay connected? How do you have the energy to keep through? For lots of my viewers out there, you probably have a stressful life or a 9-to-5 job. After work, we go home, we take a good rest. There can be a 20-minute nap, or just walking outside and take a stroll. And then try to recharge yourself. That's the idea. When you have the energy depleted, you don't have the motivation to go through your project. So make sure you rest. After you've rest, you need to jumpstart your project. Why? Because after you rest, you're kind of in a very plain emotion. You're not particularly excited, you're not particularly sad, but what we need to do is to jumpstart your emotions by reconnecting with the original beautiful vision that you had in the beginning when you set out to do this project. You envision the outcome, the good vision you have. It empower you. So it empower you to have the good emotions and then the motive. And then you can feel hearts pumping. That pulls you towards the project that you're going to do. How can we make sure it's not losing day by day? It's reconnecting with beautiful vision we had at the beginning. To reconnect yourself, and by doing so, it empower you to give you that good emotion, motivate you so you can start it out and push through the challenges. When it comes to sensational seeking, we are living in a world that the social media and the news is just at our fingertips. Sitting down and working can be challenging and less interesting. Here are a few things that's working for many people that I've coached, and there are some techniques that can help you to work through. The simplest way, just put on a suitable background music that is helping you to keep the mood going, but also not so distracting. The way I like to do it is just a non-lyric background soundtrack, like a relaxed vibe or a jazz music that doesn't have any lyrics. And I keep the volume down, so it's not actively requiring me to think about it, but it's like a sound that's kind of quiet, you can still hear it. Try to engage with yourself in various ways so you keep the motion and the feeling going. Talk to yourself, pace around the room using body language, whatever you can do, just to not sitting still. Give yourself some motion. Motion creates emotions, and emotions give you more motivation. So that's how it goes. Keep yourself engaged so it becomes fun. You will be less craving. There will be less craving for you to seek sensation in social media. Time management, some people say it's pain management, but at the end of the day, it just makes stuff less pain and makes the valuable work more fun. So you don't need to seek for the sensations, and bury your head down and keep working through, and stuff will be done quicker. That's all, folks. Completing a task is not easy, but implementing the tips into your routine can be helpful immensely. Let's deep dive into this topic of how to complete what you have started, and learning and applying the techniques on my own. I actually found myself completed this project sooner than I originally expected. I feel energized, connected, and most important of all, I feel confidence that I am a finisher, not just a starter. Please leave in the comment section below to see if you suffered from some of these things that are holding you back from completing a project, and even and if any of these resonate with you. Alright, it's the end of this video. Please like if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe to my channel just to make sure you're not missing out any future updates. Have a good day, and goodbye for now.